Venus glides into Libra, opening up a season of sweetness, attraction, and heartfelt connection. Let's pull some cards to see what kind of guidance we have with this yummy energy. On Monday, October 13th, Venus enters Libra, and it's going to stay in Libra, lucky us, through November 6th. So about 3.5 weeks, we're going to have access to this amazing energy. Let me read you the blurb from astrology.com so you can get an idea of what this vibe is all about. It says, get ready to fall in love over the next few weeks as Venus enters charming Libra. When Venus is at home in its ruling sign, it's the ideal time to attract the right partner and embrace romance. So this is all the feels, all the loving feels. Very excited to see what the cards have to give us for guidance. Let's roll these dice up. Double twos there. That's humorous. Thank you, Spirit. Double twos. I mean, first and foremost, twos are about decisions, of course, but twos are couplings, twos are relationships, right? Connections. So they're doubling down on the two energy. Plus, when you add that together, that is a four shuffle. And the four energy really connects to your heart center, right? This is the bridge. This is what connects you to everyone else through love. So I think it's very humorous. We're rolling double twos. You may find that two energy is apparent or around you. If you start seeing double twos over the next 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, or repeating twos, it's a good sign for love and coming together in your relationships, whether they're romantic or not, those heart-centered connections that you have. Let's see what the guidance is. I'm going to get these cards shuffled up. Okay, let's see what the cards have to offer us up for guidance. We have the Security card. Take a look at this. There it is up close for you. The Security card in this deck is, they're saying the word ancient to me. This is about understanding that it's okay to build this energy and going back to the basics, meaning it is okay for you to tap into the things that make you feel safe and secure, to have an idea of them, to acknowledge them, to make sure that this is what you're going after, the energy that you're going after. In other words, the relationships that you're cultivating during this time with this aspect are meant to be the ones that provide you with safety, security, that ground you. Again, they're talking about ancient energy. I'm not exactly sure what they mean by that. Let's just put that out there. It feels like something that's deep within, something that you've known for a while, something that comes from another space and place, a much wiser place. They're talking about the connections that feel secure to you, and also being able to secure connections is what I would say. So if you're looking for a partner, let's say, or you're looking to be introduced to or to commune with your tribe or people that are like-minded or like-hearted in this case, you have the ability to do that, but you've got to be able to be secure in your own self. A sense of security, I'm going to say in general, comes from within. Because we are dealing with such a beautiful combination or an aspect, combination of energy. Venus in Libra, Venus is at home in Libra. It's a balancing out of the heart center and love just being able to be distributed freely. The fact that they're giving us a security card around this tells us that there is this sense that we're not meant to be like willy-nilly kind of throwing your love everywhere. There is a sense of being able to protect yourself, being able to discern, you know, what feels good, what feels secure in your relationships. I kind of feel like there's an energy of making sure that you're not allowing your heart to be taken advantage of, if you will. There are boundaries that feel like they're in place. They're very loving boundaries so that you can feel secure in your connections and within yourself, especially. Whatever it is that you're attracting, if you're feeling insecure about yourself, if you're not feeling super confident, it's not going to attract the same energy for you, right? We want to be clearly aligning with the things and the people and the tribes and the relationships, the heart connections that love us for who we actually are. You know, you don't want to be putting on a mask in this kind of energy at all. You want to be able to be yourself, to love yourself enough to be yourself. And that is what's going to cultivate these amazing, loving connections that provide you with even more security, or the mirror of security, because someone is acknowledging you. They're honoring who you actually are, not who you're pretending to be. So there really feels like this sense of, just making sure that you are being who you are here. Let me see what the tarot gives. The Five of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay, Five of Pentacles, and there it is up close. Yes. They're talking about how the depiction feels very loving and comforting, like she's comforting her child. Yeah. The Five of Pentacles is, it feels like we're going to be changing the way that we view ourselves on the physical plane. So this will be your body, what you have, the work you do, the home you're in, and how you show up for those spaces and places and the relationships that exist in those spaces and places. The Five of Pentacles is a bit of a tricky card just because it does speak to lack and, as they were discussing, insecurity, right? I'm not secure. This is an abandonment card, essentially. Am I going to be abandoned? Am I going to be left out in the cold? Is this something that's going to fall away from me? Is anyone going to be there for me? Am I going to have what I need? With this Five of Pentacles showing up with a security card, that's basically Spirit saying, yes, you will have everything you need. You are not going to be abandoned. You are going to have the resources that you seek, or that will take care of you. And even the depiction of the card, I feel like maybe some of us are healing the wounds that we've got from a long time ago. Like there's a nurturing, mothering energy that says, you're taken care of. You are loved. You are safe, you know? The Five of Pentacles in a low expression is definitely going to bring in some energy of lack or worry around whether or not it's going to happen for you, or whether or not you're good enough, let's say, whether or not you've got what it takes, whether or not you can show up for certain relationships. When it's in its high expression, I love this card because it feels like empowerment on the physical plane. It's a card of change here. They're telling you something needs to change in the physical realm for you. And that's why I was saying, like, the energy around these two cards, as far as Venus in Libra goes, is about shifting the way that you understand your presence on the physical plane and in the physical spaces and places, so physical areas of your life. Look at your relationships in your home. Look at your relationships with your friends, with your family members, with your romantic partners. Look at your relationships at work. How do you show up in those areas? If something needs to shift or change, it's probably going to be about you, something within you that needs to change. Meaning you might have some walls up, you might have some protection measures because you're afraid of not having what it is that you need, or not being a given, or not attracting the right thing, or being left out in the cold, as the Five of Pentacles always talks about. But in order to be welcomed in to the warmth, right? Not be left out in the cold, you have to knock on that door. You have to ask, you have to show up for that. And that's why when it's in high expression, it's a really powerful card, because it's a card of changing your life, right? You change your life in the way you show up. And that's what allows you to realize, oh, I had these resources all along. Like sometimes I like to call this the Dorothy card, because it's like, oh, It was in me all along. Like, I was the one who was going to facilitate that change, to empower myself just by knocking on that door or rising up and realizing, oh, there it is. You know, we can miss it with the Five of Pentacles, because when you're in despair or disappointment, or you're sad about something, or you feel like you're going to be abandoned, or you feel like you already are, or you don't have what you need, you know, your head goes down, your energy shifts downward. And instead, what they want us to do is lift our heads up and realize the security that we seek is within us. And if we tap into that, we're going to attract more of that, particularly because we're pulling for this aspect in our relationships. If you want a certain kind of vibe to be existing in your connections, you have to embody that. You have to ask for it. You have to set boundaries up for it, etc. That's what they're going to be asking us to do, so that we can feel so much more secure in our loving relationships. Falling in love and having everything be very scattered and up in the air or chaotic is not this kind of vibe. This is the vibe. Yes, thank you. They said this is the love you can count on. That's what this is. Okay, I'll leave it there. Let's see what we have for a charm. Ooh. The love you can count on. That's nice. Ooh, okay. The butterfly. And I kind of just want to note, that looks kind of like a heart. And that looks like another heart, doesn't it? I mean, maybe it's a stretch, but that's what I thought it was, a big heart. But it's not. It's transformation with two hearts, right? That's kind of the energy I'm getting from this. Transformation in your relationships based on your internal systems and what it is that they're saying to you. If something doesn't feel good, if something feels like, if you're like, I feel like I'm going to be alone forever. I feel like I can't ask that person for help, or that those people wouldn't want to collaborate with me, or they don't get what I'm saying. Look within yourself first for how it is that you are presenting, because something needs to shift and change, and you already have everything you need. You're more powerful than you think. And the way that you can exist in connection with, exchanging energy with others, is probably way more powerful than you think. They're like talking about how you are a being of stability here in a vessel. And once you acknowledge and own that, you will no longer feel so alone or so afraid. And when you do that, it starts to attract other people, because the light you're giving off is a bit different. So look for those spaces and places of security. Look for your secure relationships already that you can pull from. Ask yourself those questions, because love abounds with this energy. I mean, get ready to fall in love, absolutely. And like they said, this is the love you can count on. Also today, Pluto is going direct in Aquarius. So you can watch that video when you're done here for the insight connected to that aspect and the blend of these energies. That is a much longer aspect for sure. Check that out. Very interesting vibe connected to Pluto in Aquarius. And then you can keep up with all of the intuitive astrology guidance on the Astro guidance playlist. So check that out. Of course, make sure that you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the videos that are upcoming. And thank you so much for watching.